Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be covering another 5 levels of our over the wire bandit problem. Okay, so we'll be solving our first level 6 to level 7, technically a level 6. So in order to solve our level 6 problem, we're gonna solve this. First we need to go to our terminal and we need to connect to our connect over the wire remote server. In order to do that, how we are going to do is do ssh and bandit, the same ssh command that we did in our previous levels, right? Just do bandit 6 at the rate bandit.labs.overthewire .org-p, which is flag for port address 2220. Once you do this, you'll be asked a password, right? Go to your text editor and see the key, the password that we captured while solving our level 5. Copy the key, go to your terminal, back to your terminal, paste the password, and see I now my host name is bandit6@bandit, which means I have entered a correct home directory to solve level 6. In order to be more sure, just write pwd, which shows you the path of current directory, which is home/bandit6, which makes sure that you are in a correct home directory. Now let's move to let's see the goal. The password for the next level is stored somewhere on the server, okay? That means in root, okay, and has all the following properties. It is owned by user bandit7, owned by group bandit6, and 32 byte in size. Okay, before solving this, let us see the important concept that we need. Like here we can see owned by user bandit7 and owned by group bandit6. Okay, so owned by user means the user has power to read and write, append the one who created it, okay? And owned by group means a certain group, a user has only power to read it. For example, assume there is a file called budget.xlsa, which is an Excel extension, and a user owner is basically a zone. He can read and write, he can append it, right? But a group owner is a financial team. Everyone in the group can read it, but maybe not change it. Okay, so this is the concept of owner by user and owner by group. Here it is owner by user is bandit7 and owner by group is bandit6. Okay, and the syntax for owner is basically a path, right? A path and hyphen user, a username, and for group it is path hyphen group group name. We'll see that in command. So we know that our password is stored somewhere in the server, somewhere on the server, which is root. We are gonna be searching each and everything on the root, and we know it is owned by bandit7, which is the username. Owned by group bandit6 is a group name, and it is the file is of 33 byte in size. Now let's move to our terminal to solve it. Okay, first we are gonna use command find because we are searching the whole directory. So we are searching the whole directory, which is our root directory. Okay, for now we are going to use our syntax user, which is now we are gonna type a username, which is bandit7. We know it because it is given over there, right? See, bandit7. Now owned by group. Now for that we have already a path, which is a root directory. Use group bandit6. Once you do this, right, it's gonna search whole directory. But again, there is another case. If you just do this, it will search each and everything. You'll see a permission denied, permission denied, permission denied. We don't want this. We want a key. If you look, if you search thoroughly, right, if you scroll thoroughly, you may find a key, but that's not what we want. We want a key that comes directly, right? We want directly. We don't want to see permission denied. We only want to see the key. Okay, for that what we are gonna do is we are gonna use a redirection. We're gonna do that by pipe directory. I'll show you in a bit. Okay, for this use a redirection command. This we don't have to use this. There is if you use a redirection command, it will be used. Simply what we're gonna do is we're gonna send this permission denied. This is an error, right? Standard error. We're gonna throw this to our dev/null, which is a black hole. Simply what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. We're gonna throw to dev/null. So basically 2 means a standard error. Okay, whatever the standard error like permission denied, we're gonna throw it to our null. So if you do this, our as you can see, our password is in this file, this directory, this path. So simply what we can do is we can do var library db kz info bandit 7 password. If you do this, you will get your password. So this is how you solve it. I mean, even if you don't do this, if you don't throw this permission denied to a dev and all, you have to see each and everything manually. You have to search where is the password, which is very time consuming. So simply use this command, and this is how you find a key. Please store this key in your text reader like I did, which is in our this. So now let me exit this. We have solved level 6. Now let me go to our next level, which is level 7 to level 8. Okay, now first let us connect to our level 7 correct home directory, which we are gonna do by just press your upper key in your keyboard and do bandit 7 instead of bandit 6. Press enter. You will be asked password. Just copy the key that we just got in level 6. Once you do this, copy it, paste it, do enter. You will see bandit 7 other bandit. In order to know you are in a correct home directory, simply do pwd, which shows your correct home directory you are in, which is /home/bandit 7. That means you are in correct home directory. Okay, now let's read the hint that we are given. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt next to the word millionth. Okay, this one is really interesting and very easy. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to quickly see what are inside our directory. So we have data.txt. If we try to read data.txt, okay, let me data.txt, right? See, there are millions of file. Searching millionth word here is really challenging. So what we are gonna do is, see, there are millions of file. It is very hard for checking each and every word manually. So instead of this, we are gonna use a very powerful Linux command, which is grep, that we used in our previous level 5 and level 6 as well. See, this is not even stopping. There are millions of file. Once it stops, we are gonna use our command to find the word millionth and the key which is beside the word millionth, which is stated given in our hint. It's not stopping. There are literally a millions of file. I can't even forcefully stop. I had to forcefully stop, then it stopped. Okay, let's solve it. What we're gonna use is grep command, that we know it is used for searching lines. We search for which is used for searching word in a file. So we are going to use a flag. Okay, using a flag is very important. I am gonna use hyphen I. So what hyphen I is gonna do, it ignores all the case. Like if I'm searching a word like watch, right, it might, the capital letter of a watch might be small or a small or a bigger, which is known as case sensitive. It doesn't matter, so it's gonna give you the result anyway. So I'm gonna use hyphen I and the word millionth, millionth. I hope I'm, yep, I think yeah, the spelling is correct. Once I do this, I'm gonna the millionth word is in our data.txt. I'm gonna search. See, this is our password for our next directory. In order to be more knowledge, more specific, I'm gonna use another flag, which is n and shows the line number where the match occurred. So our match occurred in 3 like 3. Okay, it occurred in this number, which is literally all use. So copy this key to your text editor. Copy your key that we just find out to your text editor. I have already copied, and let's move to our terminal. And I'll exit from this session as we have solved our level 7 as well. Let's move to level 8. Okay, let's move to our level 8. First, let us connect to level 8. Simply press your upward key, go type bandit 8 instead of bandit 7, and copy the key that users captured and paste it over here. Once you go there, check the correct directory that you are. So I'm in home /home/bandit 8, which I am in correct home directory. Now let's move to our level 8 and see the hint that we are provided with. The password for the next level is stored in our file data.txt, the same directory or same file, and is only n is the only line of a text that occurs only once. Okay, this one is a little bit tricky. The only line of a text that occurs only once means the line should not be duplicated. Okay, the line should not be duplicated. Okay, let's move to our terminal. Let us quickly see ls or data.txt. If I try to read data.txt, you'll see again, you'll see thousands of lines that are being repeated. Okay, like a lot of gibberish line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a new command we are gonna learn, which is known as sort. So what sort does is, if there is a line known as apple or apple, right, apple, banana, apple, right, it is not in order. What sort does it? If I'm gonna use a sort data.txt, apple will be on a adjacent line. Okay, it will be in a sequence. So in order to do that, we're gonna use our sort data.txt. Once we do that, what we are gonna do is we're gonna use a redirectional a pipe, which is we're gonna combine this command. So another is unique. So what unique command, unik. So what unique does is, unique is a command which remove duplicate files and only shows one as a representative. So what unique does is, if there is apple, banana, it is gonna remove the duplicate apple file, line, and it's gonna show apple and banana. It's gonna keep one representative. But what we want is, we don't want that. We are gonna use a flag known as -u. So what -u is that it only shows the line which has no duplicate and only which is of one line. Okay, which is what we want, which is what our hint is provided, only line of a text that occurs only once. So -u does that, it only shows the line that has been occurred only once. So if we do this, see, this is your password for the next level. Copy the file, copy the password and copy that in our text editor, which I have already done. So use that too. Okay, now let's move to our level 9. Okay, so let's move to our level 9. First of all, we will connect to our level 9. Let us exit the session first, which was level 8. Once we do this, press your upward key, go to bandit 8, type bandit 9. Once you do this, copy the password that we just captured, copy it, paste it in our this section. Once you do this, okay, now type pwt, you will see home/bandit 9, which is correct directory. Right, now let's move to the hint. Let's try to solve level 9. So the password for the next level is stored on the file data.txt, same, in one of the few human readable string. Okay, this one is very interesting, very important. One of the few human readable string preceded by several equals to character. That means starting from equals to character. Okay, this one is interesting but simple if once you understand the concept. So here, before doing command, what we need to understand is, we have used several grep command to find it, right? But if you use grep command, you will if I do grep and -a that we done in our previous command, which converts binary text, binary into text, right? Binary files into text, and we know that we have given equals to and data.txt. If we do this, we won't find a key because you'll get a lot of gibberish text. We don't want this. So our hint is one of a few human readable string. So in order to find out what are the human readable strings, what are these, we are gonna use a new command which is strings. So what string does it shows only human readable strings. So once I do this, see, I'll get all the human readable strings that it is. Now if you if you see manually, you will get the key, but we don't want, there is a lot of noise here. We want a straightforward password to capture, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to combine it with grep. Now we combine it with the grep. Now we'll tell grep to only show the output which is starting with W. If you do this, you will still get a lot of noise, but now it is less noise, and you can see your key easily. So what we can do is you can keep using WW, right? See, if you use, you can see the password is this. The key for our next level is this. Copy this file and go to your text editor. This is quite simple. I don't think any of you guys have any issue over this. Now let's move quickly to our next level, which is level 10. Now this one is a bit difficult, bit theoretical, and bit more concept to be known before we solve anything. So first of all, let's connect to our level 10. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna exit and we're gonna connect it to level 10, right? Once you do this, you'll be asked password. Capture the password that we just received earlier. Copy it. See, type pwd. See, if you see bandit 10, then you are in correct home directory. Now let's quickly learn the hint. The path for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, which is, I think, for now we have been pretty much familiar. Now, which contains base 64 encoded data. Okay, now what is base 64 encoded data? So base 64 is a binary to text encoding scheme, right, that converts data, image, audio file into a safe printable ASCII string format using 64 character. So why do we use base 64, right? It ensures binary data is transmitted without corruption and modification, especially in non-binary safe environment. So base 64 basically works on chunk of 4 character. If the origin data doesn't fit in the chunk, right, the computer adds equals to as a padding bit. Okay, so more clearly, I know many of you guys must be confused, but in older days, right, a standard character was used, right? So we know computer only understands 0 and 1 language, right? So and standard character 8-bit binary used to be used. Okay, so where only 128 character was there. So for example, binary 0000100, which is 4, was known as end of transaction in a transmission, and and decimal 13 and binary 0001101 was an enter key. So whenever you send a photo or a .exe file, it was a giant pool of binary 0 and 1, right? And whenever you send it in your email, your computer didn't know if that was a photo or data. So somewhere in the middle of the photo, there might be a decimal 4, which was end of transmission, and your photo would cut in half. So in order to solve that, a base 64 was introduced by converting binary into a character like A, B, 5, and many more characters. The A character is always 01000001. So it was fixed. So no matter how the old email system, it knows that A is just a letter, and the data would not be corrupt, data wouldn't be cut into half. So basically that is how it is. And mind you, binary is of 8 bits, base 64 is of 6 bit, and it works on chunk of 4 character. Now let's move on solving this. So what we are going to do is first type ls, right, ls. So you will see data.txt. so once I try to read this, first I'll try to read it, data.txt, I'll try to read it. Okay, this, you see, this is not your key. Why this is not a key? Because 64 base 64 consists of 64 characters from A to Z, case sensitive, from small to bigger, and 0 to 9, and plus and slash. If you see and %, then that is not base 64. But here this is a classic example of base 64, and here this is your equals to. That means padding was added. Okay, padding was added in order to fill that chunk that we discussed earlier. So what we are going to do is we are going to decode this 64. To decode this, it is very easy. So first, well, there are bunch of method. I'm going to show you two method. I am going to use this, and once I'm going to use a redirectional. What I'm going to do is decode, I mean base 64 type. This is a command, and I'm going to decode this. See, you will get your password using this command, cat data.txt, read the data of data.txt and decode this. Another easy method is I'm gonna new method, I'll say echo -n. So -n, what it does is whenever you do echo, right, hello, your pointer will move to last, and the last pointer will be also considered when decoding in base 64. I don't want that, right? I mean, you don't have to do, even if you do echo only, you will get the same password, right? But for better understanding, I'm using this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this base 64 encoded version, and I'm gonna paste over here. Okay, once I'm gonna paste over here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do base 64 decode. If I do this, I'll get password regardless. So you can do this method, you can do this method, anything is fine. If you are more interested in base 64, you can search it in the Google, if you want to learn more, I'll particularly make a separate video, or you can ask it in the comment section. So this is how you solve level 10 as well. Now copy your key and your text editor like I did, which is for our level 11. So this is how you solve from level 6 to level 10. We'll be solving another 5 level in our next video. If you want all the command, every key is listed down in my description as well. And if you want to see a detailed walkthrough, it is in my GitHub as well. The GitHub link is also in the description. I'll paste my description link, and if you have any confusion, if you have any doubt, you feel free to ask it in my comment section, or you can contact me through Gmail, which I have in my description as well. So thank you all for watching. Okay, see you in the next video.